number 13, Matthijs van Bijlen.
And it's a miss by the Griffins. Irish Kokia for 3. Simon Fraser holding their own here with this high-tempo play early. That's Parker Christensen. Guarded by Tate Christensen as the two Christensens come together. There's a 3 ball. And that is Wood knocking down the triple. And my apologies, one of my first 2 3-ball calls was in fact a 2, but that one falling for 3, making it an 8-5 Griffins. Here's Howard, turnaround move in the paint. Short little jumper is going to fall, and what nice technique in the block there from Luke Howard. He's making a lot of great things happen for this Red Leafs team. Underneath they go. What a job, Joven. Rye comes in strong. It looks like Joven's going to get called for the foul. And immediately off the bench comes Victor Bonsu, number 23. 8-7 our score. Time it on the floor. We'll keep it right here. 15:21 left in this opening half of play. The Westminster Griffins behind a couple of triples from Tommy Ball right now with an 8-7 lead. Westminster College, as we said, from Salt Lake City, Utah. I was doing some investigation on this squad, some of their notable graduates. I think John Stockton's son, was his first name Michael, actually played on the Westminster team, so there's some definite ties to the Utah Jazz here, and there's many others through Coach Parrish that we'll get through the course of our broadcast here today. Thus far in this game, Simon Fraser shooting 50% from the field. They're 3 of 6. Doing a good job there. And, that was Utah. Simon Fraser, 3 of 10. Simon Fraser getting off a lot of shots, shooting 30% from the field. But this Red Leafs team hungry for a victory against the U.S.-based D2 team, and that's what they're looking for. Their first Division II win of the season after 4 losses. They have 2 wins over CCAA competition over the last couple of weeks here as Christensen steps up and hits the first free throw. And he's going to knock them both down. Here's Howard on the block. Luke Howard bodies up in the paint. The turnaround, no, he kicks it back out to Van Bylen. Here comes Kokia. Shot clock's at 10. The shot goes up and bingo! Irish Kokia. So some nice execution in the half court. Some patience there by the Red Leafs. And they find number 3 Irish Kokia for the triple to tie this game at 10. Oh, great high-low look inside. Westminster College's Ryan Rabenskas The 6'8 graduate from Worcester State able to score it down low off the high-low pass. I believe Christensen got him the ball there. Here's Howard for three. Oh, Luke Howard knocks down a triple, and Simon Fraser right back on top at 13-12. So Luke Howard can do it inside and out. What a job number 11 is doing for the Red Leafs. He came into this game averaging 16.6 points per game. So a great job by Luke Howard. There's Jameli, and he's going to knock down the triple.
Good job, Ted. Good job. You're good.
So 15-13. Victor Bonsu, number 23, in the game. Here's Howard. Shot clock down to 3. Kokia spins from 15. Bingo! Knocks down the jump shot. Irish Kokia. Back-to-back buckets for number 3. This one on an incredibly difficult turnaround move from 15 at the shot clock buzzer. There's Avila, number 10. Oh, nice job there by Kokia to block that shot. Bonsu, hesitation underneath. He gets clobbered underneath the basket. No call there. Toby Eziokafor, number 15, now into the game. Eziokafor, 6'5", 215, a freshman from Toronto, Ontario. Ozzy Okafor now. The handoff there to Irish. Kokia. Baseline fade over the net, over the goal, and into the hands of Potter. Sam Martin now, the handoff there. He goes to Jake Jamel. There's a 3-ball hoisted, another 3, and Jamel with the triple. This team shooting 46% from the 3. Howard bodies his way inside, and one-on-one, nobody can guard Luke Howard in this basketball game. He's hitting the 3 or posting up, number 11 doing it all. Out of Abbotsford, British Columbia. Here's Potter. He's the leader of this team. Stolen away there. Van Bylen jumps a passing lane. Howard in full flight, but it's turned over. And here comes Sam Martin back down the floor for the Griffins. Oh, and he shields the ball well from the defender, puts it off the window. High tempo in the early going here as Victor Bonsu, or rather Jovan Rice at the check back in as well. Sasa Vujicic as well, number 14. At the next stoppage, Howard for 3, bingo! He knocks down another triple. Nine minutes in, and this is a 20-20 game. Trading shots at both ends of the floor. Luke Howard has been outstanding. Back to Potter. Takes on Kokia to the free throw line. Back out to Jamel, out for another triple. This one they finally missed from the outside, but an offensive rebound underneath, and they're going to cash in with Boston Painter. He's a 6'8 sophomore scoring it uncontested under the basket. Oh, and there's a call against, I believe it'll be number 25, Boston Painter. But Van Bylen with a nice strong take underneath the basket, looking for that reverse. But a timeout on the floor. We'll take a short timeout as well. Be back with more from the West Gym. Simon Fraser trailing Westminster 22-20.
We checked it, so it's like it's almost good.
Okay.
It's almost like where you want.
So I should put it away.
Just a little bit.
Okay, sure.
Like when you get, like, yeah, like that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Thank
It's
you.
fine. It's good.
And we're back with you here from the West Gym. There's some technical difficulties we're working through. I've got no sound in my headset, and the gym is very loud here, so I've been told my voice is overdriving a bit. If that's the case, we are working to correct that as the game goes on. And our thanks to everybody on this awesome technical crew with Red Leaves TV. There was a bit of a mix-up in terms of having our normal crew here to set up in the gym. So it was kind of a do-it-yourself effort here, and we are thrilled that you're actually able to see the stream and hear the voice here from the West Gym today. So again, thanks to everybody for their help today. Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Van Bylen from the free throw line, and Mattis making the first one. Van Bylen misses the second. That rebound into the hands of Potter. And here's Sam Martin now coming back up the floor. Ooh, almost out of the hands of Avila. Back up top to Jamel. Jack Jamel getting the start today. Shot clock at 3. Tough contested shot is going to fall right there for Donoval Avila. The Mississippi native knocks down a tough shot there. Look at Kokia spinning, but he's going to get rejected by Painter. Here's Potter. Oh, and I think that should... Oh. That's a tough break for the Red Leafs. As Bonsu stood in to try and draw the charge, it's going to go the other way. The block called on number 23 is going to send Chase Potter to the free throw line. Interesting story about Potter, who's a 6'6", 200-pound senior from Layton, Utah. Played at Utah Valley University, and the connection to British Columbia for him, I know you're wondering what could that possibly be. His teammate was Fardaw Samek, who that season led the NCAA Division I ranks in rebounding at 15.5 a game. Of course, Fardaw Samek from neighboring Richmond, British Columbia, now playing pro in Hungary. But those two were teammates. One of BC's finest big men ever, Fardaw Samek. Jovan Rai into the paint, kicking it back out. Ozzy Okafor in and out, unlucky. The triple swirled and refused to fall. And we're just past the midway mark of this first half. Painter thought about the three. Oh, and he goes inside, and I think that is an offensive foul. Number 22, was Rubenskis, who lowered his shoulder, and he gets called for the offensive foul. Great job standing in by Simon Fraser. Back to main action here at the West Gym. The Red Leafs trailing by 4, but hanging in. Tariq Brown Back on top it goes. Shot clock down to 7 as Rye drives and dishes. Tariq Brown for 3. And Avila with the rebound. Luke Howard's going to check in at the next stoppage here for the Red Leafs. Avila, they swirl it around the perimeter. They've been shooting the 3-ball so well here today. Oh, and a tough break there. Tariq Brown trying to draw the charge inside. And instead will get called for the foul, so that... Simon Fraser, though, clearly looking to make a mark there with a team unifying job of drawing those charges underneath the basket. Vucevic will come out. Luke Howard will come back in. 8:08 to the half. Simon Fraser in a real game here with Westminster. The Griffins of Salt Lake City, Utah, members of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. And that second free throw is going to fall. So a 5-point lead now for the Westminster Griffins. Here's Joven. Rye loses the ball for a second. Recovers into the paint. I think he stepped on the end line there and went out of bounds. Oh, immediate timeout. It was actually a foul on Joven Rye. So we'll take a short break here and be back with more from the West Gym in a moment. Thank you. And the horn brings us back to action here in the West Gym. We mentioned all the struggles to get on the air. Just got to send a huge shout out to Tiffany Martinez and Wilson Wong for getting us on the air here. Tiffany is doing it all. She's operating the camera today. Wilson checking on all the streaming issues, and we hope our broadcast is reaching you wherever you might be watching us today on the World Wide Web. 26-21, Westminster in their road copper with purple trim. The former NAIA franchise from the Frontier Conference, and making that D2 transition, now members of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Weren't picked that high to finish in the competitive RMAC, but boy, they have made a mark here with that win over Western Washington. There's a pass inside for the dunk. Chase Potter, coming out of that media timeout, goes right to the rim and dunks it. Largest lead of the game now, 7 points for the Griffins. There's a triple, Ozzy Okafor. Simon Fraser matching shots with this confident Westminster team, doing a great job, and it's back to a 4-point deficit. Potter again for 3. This time he's going to miss. Offensive rebound, though. That one hurts. Jonah Alfera, number 42. Here's Potter, the drive in the dish. Alfera underneath. He gives it up. Unselfish play. Great job there. Tate Christensen comes in and knocks it away using that wingspan. And the foul will go against Westminster. And it's going to go against Ryan Rubenskas, who right now, we hope he's okay, is on the floor. His teammates and trainers now out to see him as he's kind of on his back. There was a pretty heavy collision there underneath the basket, so we'll hope he gets up and can get back into the game. Simon Fraser, trainer, joining as well. Big three ball there from the Red Leafs, Ozzy Okafor. Thus far, Simon Fraser came through that first quarter, shooting 50% from three. Good to see the number 22, Ryan Rubenskas, maybe a little bit sore there in the neck. Kind of grimacing a bit, but walking off under his own power. They'll take a look at him on the bench, and we will get back to action here. 6:40 from the half. 28-24 is our score. Kokia. Irish has been electric in the half court, making some tough shots with highlight reel moves. Here he is again with the basketball. Puts up a deep three this time off the front of the iron. Great job by Jovan Rye chasing it down. Jovan cross court to Luke Howard. Now Luke takes it strong at Jonah Alfera, the junior from Stevenson Ratch, California. And a good job there from Jovan Rye, getting some extended minutes and getting a lot of good stuff happening. He got his name called in the starting lineup today, the redshirt senior. Although instead of calling his name, they did call Lenz DuPont number 5 nonetheless. Jovan in the starting group and holding his own here. Oh, there's Irish. Tried to drop the short little jumper, wouldn't fall for him. Sam Martin on the other side of the floor has Chase Potter. Ozzy Okafor sticking with him as they go to the baseline corner. Christensen for the jumper doesn't go, and Ozzy Okafor jumps on the loose ball. Toby right back down the floor for Simon Fraser. Tate Christensen, three ball, can't get the roll. Tate Christensen, a true marksman from beyond the arc, couldn't get that one to fall. Down to 5.5 minutes in this opening half. Underneath they go, right to the rim. Jonah Alfera, he levitates and gets the finish back to a 6-point lead at 30-24. A 2-point possession lead here for the Griffins as Luke Howard gets it back from Kokia. Ozzy Okafor for three. Look at Howard crash the boards. Luke Howard trying to make everything happen. He is doing yeoman's work there. No look to Potter for three. That one off the mark. Chased down by Alfera. Now back up to Parker Christensen. Then Bylet and Howard guarding him well on the perimeter, but Sam Martin now. Cross court, he goes to Alfera, gets it right back. No, Alfera's going to drive on Tate, leaning in, can't get the roll. And that'll be a Simon Fraser basketball, I think. No, they're ruling Westminster basketball. Well, that certainly looked like a Simon Fraser possession, but instead, with 4.5 left on the game clock here to the half, it'll be Tommy Ball inbounding the basketball. Ball gets it back from Christensen, now at the high post to Alfera. Howard all over him. Jamel. Back to Alfera, shot clock's at 2. Potter lets loose, and that's a great defensive stand there by Simon Fraser. The rebound gobbled up by Luke Howard. Irish Kokia now with the basketball. Van Bylent, the handoff there. Kokia trying to shake Ball. Shot clock under 10. Van Bylen working on Jamel, fading, tough shot by Matisse Van Bylen. It's not going to fall. So keep it at 6, and here comes Chase Potter once again. Chase Potter, the seasoned 6'6" senior guard. Great spin move there, got right to the rim. Tay Christensen just couldn't finish it. And fast break the other way, Van Bylen. No call there. Van Bylen gets a clean rejection underneath the basket. So a timeout called on the floor. The SFU dance team will entertain the crowd here today. We'll take a short break and be back with the final moments of the opening half here from the West Gym. And we are back with you here at Simon Fraser. I want to thank everybody on our Red Leafs TV crew for the fine work they do to get us on every game, and of course every game archived at Red Leafs TV. And check it out, all sports here at Simon Fraser. Basketball season just getting underway. The women's team off to a great start. They are 6-1. And we'll have a couple of Simon Fraser women's games here next week from the West Gym on Red Leafs TV. Of course, the GNAC schedule is starting the first week of December. Each team will play 2 games before retiring on a holiday break, and we get right back to it at the end of December. 3:10 to the half. Great double team very quickly. But the Griffins find a way out of it. The jump shot there by Jamel doesn't fall into the hands of the Red Leafs. There's a 3 from Christensen. Just off the mark. And right now the Griffins on the verge of a 10-point lead with a made bucket from inside the arc. Right now leading by their largest margin of the game at 8 points. Kicking it back out. 16-footer is going to fall. Moving the ball well, and Rubenskis, who was on the floor a few minutes ago and checking out his back and his neck back in the game. No worse for wear, knocks down the jump shot there. 34-24, double digits for the first time this game. Here's Luke Howard. Draws an immediate double team, kicks it out. Ooh, and Kokia took a elbow to the chops there. And that one courtesy of Tommy Ball. Tommy Ball getting called for the foul. Starters today for Simon Fraser were Jovan Rye, Tate Christensen, Irish Kokia, Luke Howard, and Matisse Van Bylen. Simon Fraser hanging tough for the majority of this half, but right now could certainly use a bucket or two. Here's Kokia. Van Bylen, big step, kicks it across, wide open 3. It's not going to fall there. And Simon Fraser with some nice ball movement to create that 3 for Ozzy Okafor, who's already knocked down 1. Here's Ball. Rubenskis. Back to Potter, little head fake into the paint, leans, and it's going to get called for the offensive foul. So Luke Howard standing in and drawing the charge there. Terrific play by number 11. So Potter's first. Team foul number 6 against the Griffins.
You're going Victor side. Let's go. Come on, Tyson. Come on.
Back to Van Bylen. Shot clock down to 10 for Howard cross court. Now to 5 for Van Bylen. They got to make something happen. They put up a 3 from the corner, and it's Ozzy Okafor knocking down the big triple. Toby Ozzy Okafor camping out in his favorite spot on the court there in the baseline corner. Knocks down the big 3 to make it a 7-point lead. Westminster puts one up, and they're going to rattle home an immediate answer. They get it right back, and that's Jack Jamel. 37-27. Howard wants the answer. He comes close, can't get the 3 ball to fall. Simon Fraser will maintain possession as Van Bylen able to throw that one off of the Westminster player. Eight-second difference in the clocks here, 9-second difference. Howard into the paint. Oh, Luke has it ripped away by Ball. Westminster's Tommy Ball. Shot clock off, final 15 seconds. And the Griffins will call a timeout here. They want to strategize and come back in the final 11 and a half with a nice shot. Almost at the half, but wanted to thank everybody on our Red Leafs TV crew. Let's start with our announcer, Mr. Stephen James, such a familiar voice here in the gym. Nicole Anderson, our monitor, replay, and music. The scorebook, Ethelate, the scorebook spotter is Tony Wu, the scorebook operator, Hugo Burr, shot clock operator, Sophia Cesaretti, and the tickets from Corolla Hawkshaw. And tickets as well, Ella Judson, the concession, Jay Amin, court monitor, Sia Amin, and our court monitor on the other side is Mehdi Nami. We thank them for all their great efforts, and we'll get to our input operators here statistically when we get a chance to over the course of the game, but we just are really happy to have our Red Leafs TV and stat crew out in full flourish here today. The final 10 seconds of this opening half. Fouls to give here. Simon Fraser using them. One of them 6.9 as Parker Christensen now will inbound. Clock ticking down to 2 seconds. 3 is good if it goes. Simon Fraser getting the stop at the end of the half. They trail by 10, but still in this thing and looking for bigger and better things in the second half of play. So after the first half of play, it's Westminster 37, Simon Fraser 27. We'll be back with the start of the second half in moments here from the West Gym. And we're back here with you from the West. Jim Howard Smurr, so glad you could join us on our Red Leaf TV broadcast. Thanks to Wilson Wong, who has just got sound in my headset. I can actually hear myself talking. It's a little disconcerting, and allowed Jim putting a headset on and not being able to hear your voice. So my apologies if I got a little loud in that opening half of play. The score right now, as we are about 2.5 minutes away from the start of the second half, visiting Westminster Griffins from Salt Lake City, Utah, with a 37-27 lead over the hometown Simon Fraser Red Leafs. Simon Fraser men coming into this game with a 2-5 overall record, coming off back-to-back victories over Capilano and Langara. Local teams playing in the Pac West Conference, the Canadian Collegiate Athletic Association, the CCAA. Different league than the NCAA, obviously, and Simon Fraser getting 2 wins there. They had lost 5 in a row prior. 5 in a row prior. The best result being their opening game at the NCAA Division II Challenger back on November the 1st. They dropped a 67-60 decision to Hawaii Hilo. They played Dallas Baptist, highly ranked at the time. I don't know where they're ranked right now, but that one ended up being a 19-point game. Simon Fraser hung around for a ton of it. Also lost to Cal State San Bernardino 72-59 at that event. Then they hit the road for a couple of games in California, losing to Cal Poly Humboldt 88-67, and then 80-74, a 6-point loss, and that's their closest loss against a U.S. foe this year. A 6-point loss there, 80-74 at Cal State Dominguez Hills. So Simon Fraser knocking on the door. They are not at full strength by any stretch. Came into the season really counting on redshirt senior and University of Vermont transfer, the Ajax, Ontario native 6'4" guard Eric Beckett, who has been unable to get healthy here to start the season. Everybody misses Eric. Our best to him, and hope he gets into the lineup this season at some point. He's a huge factor, as he was able to show down the stretch drive last season. 6'4" redshirt senior weighing 230 pounds and a physical presence that the Simon Fraser Red Leafs miss a lot. Lenz Dupont, who's been starting 6'4", 210, the junior from Montreal, also not in the starting lineup today. And as well, Elliot Tamakilang, the leading scorer on this team last season, electing to redshirt this year. He will return next season. He's not here, and a knee injury suffered by Jimmy Zaborniak, the redshirt sophomore from Burnaby South, who was expected to step into the top half of that backcourt rotation. He's not dressed. He's out with a knee injury and will likely not play this season. So it is a mash unit in many respects, but the Simon Fraser team continuing to soldier on and build chemistry with the group they have. That's what the game's all about. And here they come to start the second half of play. It'll be Jovan Rye wearing 0, Irish Kokia wearing number 3, Matisse Van Bylent number 13, Luke Howard number 11, and Tate Christensen wearing number 2. Westminster with Tommy Ball number 2. As well, Jack Jamel, who's got the ball right now, and part of that starting group with Ryan Rubenskas, 22. Finds the cutter to the basket, and it's the other starter, Chase Potter. So we get that starting group introduced to you very quickly here on the floor for Westminster, and they take now their largest lead of the game at 12 points. Westminster shot 52% from the field overall, 14 of 27. Solid first half for the visitors, playing their second game in 3 nights, and right back to Salt Lake City as the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference season draws near. Here's Jovan Rye. Jovan finding some space. What a great move. Just can't get the finish he wants around the basket. A tough break there, and some great ball handling by Jovan Rye in the first minute of the second half. Potter back up top. Jamel now to Rubenskas. Oh, they're saying Rubenskas stepped on the sideline, stepped out of bounds. So Simon Fraser now with the basketball. Red Leafs were playing even with Westminster for much of that first half. They'd love to start getting on a roll. This 3-ball will help, and it will fall for Matisse Van Bylent, number 13. He knocks down the triple there. So Van Bylent, a big one there. 9-point deficit. Simon Fraser trying to get a stop. Howard in the paint. Great job by Luke underneath. Uses the wingspan, and Kokia jumps in the passing lane. Irish to the rim will lay it up and in, and that will make it a 7-point game. Simon Fraser bringing some great energy on their last 2 buckets. Trailed by 12 early, now have cut it down to 7. Another great job defensively by Kokia. Gets his hands, knocks it away, and here come the Red Leafs once more down the floor. Irish for 3, bingo, knocks down the triple. Well, that's a 2, excuse me. I thought that was a 3. Nonetheless, they have trimmed the lead down with a 7-0 run here. The Red Leafs have scored 7 straight to start this second half. Underneath the basket, Christensen comes in to swat it out of bounds, but foul is getting called against Simon Fraser. So Christensen getting called for the foul. But the whistle seemed to come before the swat, so there was some contact there on the baseline that sends Rubenskis to the free throw line. Rubenskis will make the first. So Rubenskis now with 6 points in the game. Those first 2 free throws of the game, he hits them both. 41-34, back to a 7-point. Howard feeds the post. Joven kicks it back out. Howard for 3. And a collision underneath the basket between Rubenskis and Joven Rye. And Rubenskis is going to get called for the foul. Joven Rye getting a good run of time on the floor here, the redshirt senior, but he's throwing a wrench in a lot of what's happening out there right now. He is confident handling the ball in tight quarters in the half court. Here's Tate Christensen. Back to Kokia. Jamel right in his face. Howard on the baseline. Look at the nice move there by Howard. Can't get the carom off the glass. The rebound ripped away there by Rubenskis. Here's Christensen. Christensen in the paint. Little scoop underneath the basket. Can't get it to go. Nice job by Christensen to try and manufacture that scoop attempt, but couldn't get it to go, and Howard gets his team back down the floor. Kokia knocks down the 3. Irish eyes smiling here at the West Gym as Irish knocks down the big jumper there. 41-37, trailing by 12. They've cut it to 4. Jamel missing the 3. And Kokia is just a huge jolt of energy to start this second half, wearing number 3 here. The sophomore drives inside, the whistle blows. And is that going to be Wood getting the foul? Or Ball, rather? Indeed, it'll be Tommy Ball. Kokia just at full power here in the half court, really making things happen. Joven able to save that one before it goes over half court. The drive, the dish. Ooh, and there's a foul there, I believe, on Potter, who kind of was caught, tried to get the ball, but really, I think overreached his bounds there, trying to seem to have Van Bylent in a bit of a bear hug. So Simon Fraser basketball, inbounding with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Howard inside. Oh, he missed a bunny underneath. He'd love the opportunity to take that one again, but Howard's done so many good things here for this Red Leafs team here today. 4 minutes in, entertaining start to this second half, especially from a Red Leafs perspective. Here's Ball into a double team. Christensen there on the baseline, swings it out, shot clock down to 2, shot goes up, oh my goodness! Tommy Ball with 1 on the shot clock knocks down a 3. It's back to a 7-point lead. Van Bylen into the paint. Matisse, what a great job. Points in the paint there as he turns a hard corner. And Van Bylen, exuberant. So media timeout called. 44-39. Simon Fraser with a great response. Trailing by 10 at the half, trailing by 12 early. But they've been all energy and they've been all chemistry here on the floor. We'll keep it right here at the West Gym. Simon Fraser dance team right now on the floor here, entertaining the crowd on a Saturday afternoon. Try to get you some numbers here to bring you up to date on what's happening with the top scorers in this game. But great energy from this Simon Fraser team. You always wonder about a response coming out of the halftime locker room. Simon Fraser, for the first, let's say 14 to 15 minutes of that first half, played terrific, but they seemed to falter heading into the half, and you wondered if that was an energy drain, if it was going to find a way to continue as we got into the second half. So Simon Fraser in this second half is shooting 5 of 9 from the field, including 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. And they have made a big run here, a 12-7 run, cutting 5 points off that 10-point deficit at the half. Great job by Simon Fraser, who are led by the 13 of Luke Howard, the 12 of Irish Kokia. Combined, those two are 10 of 22 from the field, and they are 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. So the dynamic duo of Kokia and Howard today, all BC players making it happen here for the Red Leafs. Ball and Potter with 9 apiece are leading Westminster as the Griffins have the ball coming out of that timeout. Ooh, Coach Parrish reacting with the referees there. In his 8th season now, and he's overseeing this transition to D2 by Westminster. Matisse Van Bylen now will inbound the basketball for the Red Leafs to Kokia. Tate Christensen to Kokia. Shot clock under 10. Kokia from the elbow knocks it down. Irish on fire to start this second half. Makes it a 1-possession game. Go to the corner for the 3 ball. Well, they'll kick it back out. Shot clock down to 7 here. Christensen to Jamel, and he goes off the front of the iron. Gobbled up quickly there by Simon Fraser's Victor Bonsu, number 23. Tate for 3. Christensen, oh, that's his wheelhouse shot right there. Thought that might fall for him. He gets in a rhythm. He's a dangerous 3-point shooter. Ball guarded by Kokia. Irish has been outstanding shooting the basketball here in the second half. Jump shot's going to fall there for Rubenskis. Good ball movement there by the Griffins. They want to steady the ship from their perspective. Simon Fraser has kind of rocked their equilibrium here to start the second half of play. Here's Bonsu, feeds the high post. It's Luke Howard. Look at the way Luke can put it on the floor, but it's stripped away. Oh, and underneath the basket, Howard goes to the rim, and it's there for him. What a job the Red Leafs are doing here. Right back to a 1-possession deficit, 46-43, 13 minutes left in this basketball game. Simon Fraser shot out of a cannon here to start the second half. Another turnover. The frustration building here for Westminster. Of course, they are coming off a huge emotion. They took a 13-0 lead against Western Washington on Thursday and still had to hit a half-court buzzer beater by the guy talking to the official right now, Chase Potter, who just got called for his second foul of the game. Potter hits a huge triple, a game winner. And as we were saying earlier in the broadcast, Chase Potter, a teammate of Richmond's own Fardaws Samek for one season back in 2021, I think, at Utah Valley University. Of course, that's the year Fardaws Samek led NCAA Division I basketball in rebounding. What a great year that was for the Richmond native, Fardaws Samek. But Chase Potter was a teammate of his. And so many connections with the Utah Utes program and BC Boys High School basketball in this province. And what ties it into this game is that Coach Parrish, on a number of levels, is connected to those players. For example, I asked him in the pregame, do you know Tyler Kepke, the former North Vancouver standout from the Handsworth Royals? And he said, yeah, he coached against him when he was coaching at Salt Lake Community College, where he was for 20 years. Tyler Kepke made his first community college debut in that same league in Utah. The next season, of course, he goes and plays for the Utah Utes for 2 seasons. So he was well aware of, Coach Parrish was, of how dynamic a player Tyler Kepke of the Handsworth Royals was, as he's connected through his coaching time in Utah. Coach Parrish was an assistant later on in his career with the Utah Utes. And boy, he's been around. And in his time at Utah, I said to him, didn't you coach Jakob Pertl with the Raptors? He said, yeah, Jakob was on the team one year, as was the redshirt freshman Kyle Kuzma. So 2 NBA veterans, including one who's playing great basketball inside these days for the Toronto Raptors, coached by Mr. Norm Parrish. So some neat connections to the NBA and all that kind of stuff here as we broadcast to you on a Saturday from the West Gym. And I'm trying to think who the other name was. Yes, we talked about Jordy McTavish from Salmon Arm, who went to Utah, started for Utah, the Final Four for Rick Majerus, and Coach well aware of Jordy McTavish as well. When I started to stumble on names, he's helping me out as I start to age and start to forget names of all the great players I've had the privilege of covering over their high school, NCAA, and NBA careers. We have had them all here in the province of British Columbia, and it's just great to be broadcasting here from Simon Fraser. Of course, the first coaching stop on the long, incredibly successful journey of Mr. Jay Triano, who's continuing his great NBA coaching career with the Sacramento Kings. Back to live action, 12:57 left. Simon Fraser will have the basketball in the backcourt. It's going to be Jovan Rai inbounding. Great to see Jovan Rai. This is the most minutes I've seen Jovan play in a game in his Simon Fraser career. He may have played more, but for me watching, this has got to be the longest floor time he's gotten, and he's been really effective for his Red Leafs. I'm not sure what the issue is here. And here we go. Toby Oziokafor now, number 15, is on the floor. Of course, he's nailed a couple of triples in this game. He's going to hit another one, and he hits it! Number 15 is becoming an absolute legend in the gym today. Oziokafor hits his 3rd triple of the game, this from the top of the arc. And it ties the game at 46. Westminster comes down. They find a way to make it happen, to take that rally of Simon Fraser's and reclaim the lead, but they are Simon Fraser has reinvented itself over the first 8 minutes of this second half. Hearing those chants of defense from the SFU bench, louder than ever. Down to 12 minutes remaining. Here's Sam Martin. Kokia guarding him. Rubenskis. They go for three to Potter. The follow is there. It doesn't go. And Howard able to get the rebound on the follow. Kokia. Irish, the spin move in the paint off the window won't go. Irish, that spin move this season is lethal. And it's allowing great penetration every time down the floor. Jamel. Martin back up top to Rubenskis. Ooh, and that shot is flat. 2 shots in a row by Chase Potter. And you can see Chase there flexing that wrist and showing he needs more snap in that wrist because he's a gunner and he's missed 2 from the same spot. That was a low trajectory, and the great shooter will recognize that right away and give himself a little clinic, which Chase Potter did there. Boy, Potter had a game in the last contest against Western Washington. He was outstanding for his Griffins. Potter finished with 19 points. He was 3 of 3 from beyond the arc against Western Washington. And of course, that winner coming at the buzzer. As I heard it was a close shot. I have not seen a clip, but I went and looked at the play-by-play, and they've got it down 0-0-0. Potter 3-pointer to snap a 63-63 tie. What a huge shot that was in Carver Gym to stun the Western Washington Vikings. And of course, Westminster had come out with a huge lead in that game. Some of the numbers that matter from this game, Simon Fraser is shooting 57%, 8 of 14, including 3 of 5 from beyond the three-point arc. At the same time, defensively holding Westminster to 4 of 11 shooting. They're holding the Griffins, who shot 52% overall in the first half, to 36% shooting over the first 9 minutes of this second half. So what a great job they've done here. Right now, trailing by 2, they had tied it at 46 on the Ozzy Okafor 3. Coming out, it's going to be Jonah Alfera, number 42. Parker Christensen, 33. Number 21 is Sam Martin. Jack Jamel is number 11. And as well, and I'm missing one player, and that is number 10, Donovan Avila. And those are the Griffins on the floor right now in their purple and copper road jerseys. Kokia. Up top to Ozzy Okafor. Irish will pull up for 3. Oh, actually, that's a 2. I've just got an excited Coach Hansen in front of me. But 48-48. What a day he's having. Entry inside. Turnover. Boy, Westminster's turning the ball over. Here's Joven inside. And they are coming in strong. Joven Rye gets fouled hard underneath the basket. And the foul getting called against Sam Martin, number 21. That'll be Sam's first of the game. In the second half, fouls are 6-1. That was the 6th team foul with 10:33 remaining. Joven too strong on the first. That's a rarity there for Joven to miss them both. He only has 8 free throw attempts on the season, but he was 5 of 6. So the Red Leafs come away empty there. There's Jamel. Alfara on the turnaround move goes right to the window. So the Westminster lead restored at 50-48. Luke Howard, the shot fake inside, and he is fouled by Jamel. That is a locomotive right there. What a move there. That was getting your poster territory there as Luke Howard put it on the deck and drove inside. He'll make the first. Simon Fraser putting itself in a position here to get the protocol right over the final half of a half to win a basketball game. Can they do it right now? Locked at 50 with exactly 10 minutes and a second left, right at the midway mark of this second half of play. Luke Howard, outstanding play. 10 minutes to go. Simon Fraser in the bonus, tied 50-50 and 7-1 in fouls. Here's Martin. Shot clock at 10. Jamel, oh, what a job. Jovan Rai doing a great job defensively. Martin drives. He's met in the air by Van Bylet. Matisse there defensively.
They know the only play. All right, come on. Let's stop.
Turnaround move does not beat the shot clock buzzer as Alfara on the turnaround tried to get it to go. So yet another great defensive stand here by the Red Leafs. Simon Fraser right now at both ends of the floor, getting it done against this talented Westminster team. Rosie Okafor once more knocks down the huge triple. Are you kidding me? Rosie Okafor, 4 triples in the game now. 53-50, Red Leafs with a lead. They don't want to give up an easy one after hitting the big 3. Avila has it stripped away, and I believe that was Bonsu who got the strip inside. Big Victor with a nice play defensively there. Kokia. Irish loses the ball, gets it right back to Van Bylen. Still lots of time on the shot clock here for the Red Leafs. 3 ball once more, this time just off the mark from Rosie Okafor. When you're that hot, shoot, 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 my friend. Luke Howard, after a short break, set to check in at the next stoppage. Christensen. Avila loses the ball, hitting the deck. Irish Kokia hits the deck, giving it up for the loose ball, but Kokia is going to get called for the foul. That's only Irish's first game as a lead guard. He is turning in one heck of a solid performance, showing he absolutely can be one of the elite guards in this conference. He is playing tremendous basketball today. They go to Christensen. Oh, and that is Potter, 6'6". He's the strong guard, and if he gets a step on you, he is tough to stop here. Whistle blows. We'll take a short break and be back with more from the West Gym. The final 8 minutes in mere moments here from the West Gym. And we are back with you here from the West Gym. What a great game. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast with us on Red Leafs TV. Want to thank our stat crew here for doing their usual incredible work, getting us the box scores, providing all the numbers for both the Red Leafs coaching staff and, of course, the Griffins from Westminster University. Our inputter today is Francisco Cresa. Our stats callers, Shayla Black and Larissa Dillon. And we thank them for their great effort here today as we look at the numbers that matter most for Simon Fraser. 17 for Luke Howard, 16 for Irish Kokia, and 12 for Toby Izzy Okafor. 3 double-digit scorers on the other side of the ledger. It's a bit more spread out. 11 for Chase Potter, 9 for Tommy Ball, 6 for Ryan Rubenskis, and 5 for Jonah Alfera, the leading scorers for Westminster. They will step up to the free throw line here with Chase Potter. Potter misses the first. Chase Potter came in shooting 10 of 11, 91% from the stripe. But a rare miss there for number 3, who really, look at his overall game. He's a player every team wants. That is a make there. So back to a 2-point lead. Simon Fraser in the bonus for the final 7:50. Here's Luke Howard. Great action there with Irish and the rest of his teammates. They forced a foul on number 10, Donoval Avila, a transfer from Utah State Eastern. And of course, the 1-and-1 in effect here is Irish makes the front end. That's winning basketball right there. That is rallying from 12, getting into the bonus early, and making your opposition pay. Simon Fraser now have to settle in. They got to focus on defense. This is a talented team they are facing today. Kokia, though, an absolute dog on the floor for rebounds. What an appetite he has for the steal today. He is playing one of his best games in Red Leaf colors, without question. What a job by Kokia. And a make there from Kokia. So the lead now at 5. That is SFU's largest lead of the game, coming with 7:15 remaining. Avila, that was after the shot. He'd already taken the shot, but Bonsu is going to get called for the foul. That's a tough break there for number 15. And was he outside the arc? I don't know if he's getting 3 or not here. Oh, excuse me. Coming on a make, it was an end one. I'm sorry. They pulled it within 2 here. And these are the moments that'll test this Simon Fraser team to get over the hump. They want to get over that hump, and Ozzy Okafor hits it. That is 5 triples for Ozzy Okafor. He's got 3 in the second half. Number 15, what a game he's played. Don't want to give up those, though. Uncontested Underneath the basket from Simon Fraser's perspective there as Christensen lays it up and in. Bonsu back to Irish. Outside the arc. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Here comes Irish. The drive, the dish. Van Barlen for three. Oh, in and out. Matisse just off the mark there. One possession lead here. But here comes the ace of the Westminster staff and Chase Potter. And he's wreaking havoc. He will get to the free throw line here. Makes the first, can pull his team to within one with a make here. As we mentioned, shooting 90% from the free throw line coming into this game. Luke Howard to Van Bylen. Matisse from 15 can't get that one to go. Had a good look at it. So Westminster can take back the lead with a made bucket here. Here's Tommy Ball. Potter. Down in the corner they go to Avila. Now it's Christensen. Scoop inside to Alfara, and he's going to be all alone underneath the basket. Right back to a 1-point lead for this Westminster team. Here's Kokia. Shot clock now at 10 for Irish. He's going to pull up over Potter and knock down a cold-blooded three. That's going to put the Red Leafs back on top. The 6'6" Potter in his grill. Kokia knocks down the triple. 4:34 remaining, 2-point Red Leafs lead, 62-60. Ooh. Luke Howard getting called for the foul there. No, excuse me. What am I saying? Jamel. Nope. They are putting the number up, and it's 42. Excuse me. It's Alfara who got called for the foul, but Westminster right back down the floor, and they're going to score it. So just like that, they've tied up this game. Strap yourselves in for the final 4 minutes of play. We're locked at 62. What a game it's been. Here's Luke Howard. Lean to the basket. Oh, he got manhandled on his way to the basket. No call. Tough break there for the Red Leafs. Oh, what an acrobatic move that was by Christensen. Doesn't go. Simon Fraser. Right back down the floor. Matisse Van Bylen inside, and Thiessen underneath Van Bylen. Giving it up underneath the basket, 64-62. Red Leafs with the lead. On the shot clock, rising, a big jump shot there from Avila, excuse me, and that will tie the score at 64. 2:50 remaining. Simon Fraser, 2 wins against local university competition, would love to get one against their U.S. foes for the first time this season on the hard take inside. crashing to the deck. Let's hope he's okay. He's helped up. It's Irish Kokia. So the foul getting called against Parker Christensen as he took it hard. No, there is no way Irish Kokia was going to back down, and he took the brunt of that one. He got knocked to the floor hard, and we're knotted at 64 with a basketball game. This is the first ever meeting, I believe, between these two teams. I don't think Westminster's toured through the Washington, British Columbia corridor here up in the U.S. called the Pacific Northwest. But it was their first time at Western Washington. I think it's their first time here. Long-time NAIA school. Last season they were 8-20 overall. They were 4-18 in the RMAC. So they have fortified their charges here.
It's just a steal, it's not the best.
The one player we haven't seen is the import from Stockholm, Sweden, who played very well against Western Washington, Simon Aquina. Another Utah Valley transfer, but he must be injured. He has not played in this game. And we thank you for the stats from the minor officials table to let you know that Simon Fraser in the second half continuing to shoot it at a high pace, 13 of 23, including 6 of 10. So they're 57% from the field overall, 60% from the arc. What a job they've done there. But Westminster is up their numbers as well. They are shooting 52%, 10 of 19 from the field. They just aren't getting the three-point effort that Simon Fraser is getting. Ozzy Okafor has been huge in this game for Simon Fraser University. What a job he's done shooting the long ball.
0-3.
Kokia leading all scorers in this game with 22 points. Luke Howard with 17, Ozzy Okafor with 15, and Van Bylent with 10. 14 for Potter, 11 for Ball, and 9 for Jamel are the leading scorers for Westminster. There's Kokia. He's got 23 points in this game.
If we go 22, you and Irish, Kobe and Tate second row.
And he's going to make them both. 24 points now for Irish Kokia. 24 of the 66 points. The St. Pat's Star has brought it all today. .222 remaining. Ooh, and that's going to be, was that Potter? Or was that Rubenskis? Whatever it was a teardrop that fell for the Griffins. Van Bylent will check into the next stoppage for Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser's got to fight through these calls they feel aren't going their way right now. Coach Hansen out to talk to the officials. 2:06 remaining, locked at 66, but the Griffins have the basketball. Their bench rises in unison. Once Simon Fraser leveled the table, there's been no such thing as momentum in this game. Both teams there going tooth and nail, back and forth. Here's Christensen. Back up top to Potter. Avila puts it on the deck into the paint, goes lefty off the window, draws the contact, and Van Bylent. No, it is. Ozzy Okafor got called for the foul? That's his third of the game. I didn't think he was near the ball. 66-66 with 1:49 left. It's Avila at the free throw line. Donoval making the first. So right back into the lead go the Griffins at 67-66.
Good job, Toby. Let's go.
So right now a 2-point lead for the Griffins. Here comes Kokia quickly up the floor. Ozzy Okafor to Luke Howard. Van Bylent as well. SFU's got all its leading scorers on the floor right now. Kokia, Tate Christensen to Van Bylent. Ozzy Okafor too strong from 16. Howard bats it away, but into the hands of Avila. Shot clock at 7 now. It's knocked away by Potter. Look at Van Bylen, hits the deck. SFU wanted an over and back there, but it's going to be a shot clock violation. Ooh, they somehow find a loose ball though. That was Tommy Ball getting that one. So now under a minute with 52.1 seconds left. Timeout called by Westminster. Simon Fraser felt there was an over and back there. But right now, they got to find a way here to climb back into this thing down by 2 coming out of the timeout, because we're down to 52 seconds left, and we'll keep it here. 52.1 seconds left. I don't know if they are going to check anything at this point, but they're well, we will take advantage of the break here. Rest the voice and be back in a few minutes here for the final minute of play here from the West Gym. And we're back with you here at the West Gym. Howard Samura, Red Leaf TV. Thanks to everybody for their great efforts tonight, getting us on the air after a slew of technical difficulties to begin the broadcast. I'm assured we're coming through loud and clear, so thanks for watching here tonight as the Red Leafs coming out of the timeout. It's going to be Kokia, Howard, Christensen, Tate Christensen, Matisse Van Bylen, and Ozzy Okafor, number 15, with 5 triples in this game. But they need to get a stop here. 26-second difference in the clocks here as play begins with 45 seconds remaining in this contest. Ooh! And that is Simon Fraser basketball. It went off of Potter as Howard guarded him. And so Simon Fraser now with an opportunity here to level or take the lead. 42.5 seconds as Kokia crosses half court. Simon Fraser wants time. They will talk things over, maximize the possession with 41 seconds left. We'll be back with more in a moment. Howard Samura back with you here from Red Leafs TV Central, the West Gym at Simon Fraser University atop Burnaby Mountain. The only non-U.S. school in the entire NCAA, broadcasting proudly from the top of Burnaby Mountain to wherever you may be in the basketball universe. Simon Fraser trailing by 2 coming out of a timeout, 40.7 seconds left in this game. They're trailing to Westminster, who have come forth from Salt Lake City, Utah for this exhibition contest. Irish Kokia. What a game he's had. Maybe the best game of his career here today. Van Bylen into the paint. No what a great job by Matisse Van Bylen. He puts on the brakes and he kisses it off the window, and he ties the score at 68. Ooh, the shot clock is off at this point. I think it has to be off. Timeout called. We'll keep it here. 24.3 seconds left in the game. Simon Fraser took advantage of a turnover by the Griffins off an inbounds in their own end of the floor, and then come out of a timeout and get Van Bylen. They chalk it up and get Matisse Van Bylen into the deep paint for the lay-in. That was a big basket to knot this score at 68. And right now the basketball gods, are they shining on the Red Leafs over the final 24.3 seconds of this game? Boy, I'll tell you, Westminster wins at the buzzer against Western Washington, and here they are, locked at 68 with 24.3. Their games against the GNAC coming right down to the buzzer. A steal by Tate Christensen. It's Irish down the floor. He lays it up and in. It's Irish Kokia with a massive bucket off the steal by Tate Christensen. 70-68, Simon Fraser. Can they get a stop? Fading on the baseline. Oh, that's a dagger. It's going to fall to tie it. Chase Potter with an absolute clutch shot. And that one is going to do it. We are tied at 70. Oh my goodness. Can you handle it? Can your heart take it? We're tied at 70. Tate Christensen got a huge steal. He fed Irish Kokia down the floor for the lay-in. What a job that was to take the brief lead at 70-68, but then Chase Potter, the guy who hit the half-court winner with literally no time left on the clock to beat Western Washington 66-63, comes through again, fading on the baseline from about 16 feet, knocking down that shot to tie the game at 70. And we're headed to overtime here. 5-minute overtime here at the West Gym. And the beautiful game will be extended this afternoon. Basketball gods obviously wanting to put the maximum dramatic effect into this contest. What a game it's been. So after 40 complete minutes of play, as we head into overtime, Simon Fraser dominating in the points off turnovers category, 23-9. Westminster 26-20 with the advantage in the paint. Everything else pretty much a saw-off, but Simon Fraser has gotten 15 points off its bench today, showing the depth. An injury-riddled lineup that is showing depth off the bench is an upward indicator, a great trend for this Steve Hansen coached Red Leaf team. Irish Kokia, what has he done today? All he's done is drop 26 points. In 37 minutes and 43 seconds, he's had 2 minutes and 17 seconds on the bench of this contest, and here he comes along with the rest of his Red Leafs teammates. Luke Howard, everybody in the Simon Fraser group really doing their best to get into not to get into deep foul trouble. So it's going to be Howard, Tate Christensen, Irish Kokia, Matisse Van Bylen, and Toby Ozzy-Okafor. Ozzy Okafor make that. So 4 of 5 Simon Fraser starters on as we get set to open the extra frame. The 6'8" Rubenskis, number 22, will jump it against the 6'9" Luke Howard. Luke's going to win the tip. Irish has got the ball. Great job by Kokia down the stretch drive of this basketball game, boy. Swirling back to Howard. Luke puts it on the deck. Shot clock now down to 8. Kokia is going to try and manufacture something. A 3-ball. Underneath they go. And another second chance opportunity. It's Tate Christensen, an offensive rebounding machine underneath the basket to make it 72-70. Tate Christensen has certainly come into his own in this his sophomore season with the Red Leafs. Came into the game as the third leading scorer on the team, averaging 11.4 points per game. He got a big steal there, obviously, to contribute to the Simon Fraser cause down the stretch for that basket by Kokia. And then this time, off the miss by Kokia, under duress from 3. They battle underneath the basket. Coach Parrish is demanding a replay here, it looks like. And he's being told. So here we go. Simon Fraser putting on the press. Ooh, Kokia knocked it out of bounds. Avila, for a second I thought that was a Simon Fraser basketball, but it is indeed property of the Griffins, and they will make their run here. The coaching staff of the Eagles not happy about that. They wanted a review on that play underneath the basket. Here comes the other Christensen in this game. That's Parker Christensen. He'll give it to Potter, now to Avila. Avila finds a lane. He goes right to the window, lays it up and in. And the foul, it's an N1 opportunity. Kokia is getting called for the foul. So Irish with his third foul of the game, I think. So here's Avila with a chance to give his team the lead with 4:03 remaining. Early moments here. Overtime from Simon Fraser University from the West Gym, if you're just joining us. And Avila will make good to make it 73-72. Irish, Kokia with a basketball, draws a double team quickly. And it's no wonder. Oziokinfor drives in and gets the bucket. Number 15's been a revelation. 5 triples and now the floor game being shown by number 15 in the clutch. Red Leafs down by 1 and back on defense with 3:30 remaining. Avila cornered 3. Howard closes. Ooh, and Simon Fraser. Izzy Okafor knocked it out of bounds. Timeout. We'll take a short one as well. Be back with more in a moment. And the stats will show us in overtime. Simon Fraser 2 of 4 from the field. The Westminster squad 1 of 2. So right now, Irish continues to sit on that 26-point performance with dual 17-point performances coming from Toby Eziokafor and Luke Howard, each with 17 points. Westminster with a decided advantage in rebounds, especially on the defensive glass, but a 10-point overall rebound, or 15-point rebounding edge here at 37-22. 3:23 remaining in this overtime, 5-minute overtime. 18 points for Chase Potter, 11 for Tommy Ball, and 12 for Donovan Avila, excuse me. Westminster with a 1-point lead and the basketball inbounding with 20 on the shot clock coming out of that timeout. Christensen kicks it out to Potter. Avila. Six on the shot clock. The shot goes up, and oh, that's a dagger once again from Chase Potter. Here's Kokia, kicks it back. Ozioka took a three, kind of off balance in the rebound there. So right now, Simon Fraser has got to mind the mint here. They really got to take care of things on the defensive end. 76-74. .228 remaining, 76-74. For the Griffins, but Simon Fraser now with the basketball. Kokia again. He's logged the heavy minutes today. He's going to feel this one tomorrow morning. Here's Irish. Drives into the paint. Then Byland pivots. Tate for three. Oh, Christensen just off the mark there. So Simon Fraser's three-point acumen getting a little cool when they want it to heat up here. 2 minutes remaining. Continue to trail by 2. Drive in the paint. Ooh, into the greasy areas of the court, and Potter is going to get an N1. Look at him. He plays through contact. Westminster getting touches off their offensive glass. That's a danger zone to live in. And Potter's re-jump was true there. He got up there and played through the contact. So right now, 78-74. And Potter makes it a 5-point game. If Simon Fraser's got the little green go button, they're pushing it simultaneously right now. They need to kick out the jams here. Here's Howard into the paint. And he is met by Rubenskas. And Rubenskas getting called for the foul there. That's his fourth of the game. 1:29 left in the extra frame here. And Luke Howard's going to step up to the free throw line. And he will make them both to make it a one-possession game here. Neither team can let up. Simon Fraser, though, needs to get a stop here on defense. Potter has been every bit as dominant as the player he suggested to be on Thursday in Bellingham, even more so. There's ball to Avila. Avila loves the paint, loves the scoop, and this time it's going to go against Westminster. So the foul there going against Avila. And Simon Fraser will call for time. We'll take a short break. Be back with a final minute and 4 seconds from the West Gym in a moment. Thanks to Larissa Dillon, our stat crew. That indeed was Luke Howard who stood in, drew the charge. Such a key play in this game right now with 1:04 remaining. Step in, do the charge. So many clutch performances up and down that Red Leaf lineup here this afternoon from the top of Burnaby Mountain. Simon Fraser inbounding in the front court right in front of their own bench. It's going to be Tate Christensen, number 2. That's Luke Howard. Kokia will come by for the handoff. 1 minute remaining. Simon Fraser trailing by 3. And they got to be decisive. They got to value the ball here. Kokia. Foul being called against Westminster. And that's going to be against Avila, his second of the game, and that's a big one. Kokia can do some damage with the clock stopped here. 46.9, trailing by 3. And he will hit them both, so it's a 1-point game here. This is why you practice defense and drill it. Look where this Red Leaf team has gotten itself here today after their slow start. They fell down by as many as 12, have battled to lead by as many as 5, right now trail by 1. It's been one heck of a basketball game here from the Simon Fraser team, looking to turn a corner on its season as GNAC play approaches. And so many great signs to take away, but you want the big one. You want to reach up and pluck that W, put it in your back pocket, and walk out of the gym. And that's what the Red Leafs want to do here today. Can they find a way to overcome what has been a great finish down the stretch by Chase Potter of these Griffins? Made so many big plays for his team over this 2-game swing through the GNAC. Simon Fraser will get back to action November the 26th and 28th. They will be at Westmont, California and Santa Barbara for a 6 p.m. tip there. And then 2 nights later, November the 28th, 2 days later, they'll be in San Francisco. They'll face Academy of Art in a 3 p.m. game on November the 28th. And then after that, it's on to the GNAC schedule, December 5th and 7th at Central Washington and at Northwest Nazarene and Nampa, Idaho, respectively. That'll open conference play. The first GNAC conference home game we'll see all here on Red Leafs TV, January the 2nd, when, a tough one comes to town in Alaska, Anchorage. The Seawolves will be here on January the 2nd. Don't miss it. Be here in the gym or find us on Red Leaf TV. That's going to be Parker Christensen inbounding the basketball here for Westminster. Simon Fraser trailing by 1, and Westminster's going to be deliberate. There's a 15-second difference on the clock. Simon Fraser's got to play error-free basketball and get a stop here. Can they do it? Shooting off a high screen, he knocks down the big shot there. Once again, 82-78. Ooh, Kokia. Ozzy Okafor, what a shot. He hits a 3-ball. He makes it a 1-point game. 82-81. What a job. That's the 6th triple of the game right now for Toby Okafor. A shout out to everybody back east watching him, those he played with at Fort Erie International Academy. Toby has just played one heck of a basketball game here today. 82-81. Problem is, for Simon Fraser, from their perspective, Parker Christensen at the free throw line here. 2 buckets can make it a 3-point game. He makes the first. Simon Fraser calling for time. Perhaps he'll add a couple ticks on that clock. Simon Fraser, they're going to take a look at it, I think. They're probably going to add about 2 seconds onto that clock. Coach Hansen was there. Clutch shot after clutch shot is Westminster had their lulls, but certainly have found themselves here in overtime. Simon Fraser had so much of that momentum. They really came on gangbusters, and whatever happens, a big step forward for Simon Fraser in their run up to the conference schedule. W there for the taking. They would love to find a way to battle through here. See if they can do it. They're going to face Kokia. Quickly across half court. 3 seconds left. Kokia. Howard for 3. He's got a good look at. Oh, Luke Howard! Luke Howard from the heavens! Luke Howard has tied this game at 84, and we are headed to a second overtime. He was calm, he was cool. Oh my goodness. Irish Kokia fed his teammate, and Luke Howard, without breaking a sweat, flicked the wrist, and that is a 3-ball from heaven to send this game to a second overtime here at the West Gym. Can you believe it? 84-84. Back with you here.
Best is good.
I'm not too sure what that was. Were they reviewing whether it was the 3-pointer or not? But the referee has said it was good. So as we count down a minute here to go before they get on the floor for this contest. By the way, Irish Kokia today, just looking at his latest points, I think he's at 27. It's a career high for him, thanks to Wilson Wong of Simon Fraser Sports Information. What a job by Irish Kokia, Luke Howard, Tate Christensen, Mattis Van Bylent, Toby Eziokafor, and so many others today have stepped up and made a massive difference. But this starting 5, or this group of 5, has really, really made its presence felt. And we'll go on to play minutes 46 through 50. See who's got the most jump, the most verve, and they will come away with the win. Howard winning his second straight jump ball in OT. Then Bylent loses the handle for a second, recovers. Kokia. Shot clock down to 6. Kokia. Oh, he hits a big shot. Irish seemed to just float in the air. And he summoned the jump shot there and made it fall, swishing it for an 86-84 Red Leafs lead. Here's Christensen, Parker Christensen, finding ball. Kick ball called here. Simon Fraser wanting to play the best 5 minutes of defense up their young season right here. Of course, that's the MO from the other side as well. Two offensively in sync teams today. But right now they just want stops. Once again, Potter ripped away though and valued by Howard as he protects the basketball and gets it to teammate Kokia. Gets it right back from Irish. Izzy Okafor. He'll feed the post. Howard with 8 on the shot clock. The turn move. Oh, they're calling a... Called a hook move there on Howard. It's only a second for all the time he's been on the floor. He has played so under control today. Here's Christensen. Guarded by Tate Christensen. What was that? Was that a foul on Van Bylen? Gonna call Van Bylen for a blocking foul there, guarding Rubenskas on the perimeter. So those will be the first points of this overtime by Westminster, and they can tie the game with a make here. Can Ryan Rubenskas. And he will do just that. Here's Simon Fraser. Want to reclaim that lead. Kokia. Takes the handoff from Howard. Irish into the paint. Ooh, and a foul called down low. Avila getting called for the foul. Avila's 4th of the game. Irish Kokia at the free throw line. Nobody leaving the gym today. They are crowded around the railings here at the West Gym. Everybody hanging on every move on the court as Irish hits them both. He makes it 88-86. Nobody is fouled out of this game, and we're in our second overtime. It's been that kind of a day here. Everybody still has their best players on the floor. Here's Avila. He loves to cut through the paint. Ooh, and Izzy Okafor is going to get called for the foul there. That's a tough break there for number 15 and the Leafs, the Red Leafs, because Avila at the free throw line can tie this game up. Simon Fraser with Van Bylen, Izzy Okafor, Howard, Kokia, and Tate Christensen. And a make there to tie this game. Four BC players and one from Toronto on the floor right now for Simon Fraser. Kokia, oh, the Irish Kokia, that's a dance. Those are dance steps. He gets in the paint and he dances to the rim for the lay-in. 90-88.
Shot clock here. Hang on.
That was a beautiful basket by Irish Kokia. Irish doing it all. He is showing a scoring touch, scoring like he did in high school now, already at the NCAA level in his second season. What a game he's had. 90-88, but Westminster with a basketball. Here they come, looking to tie this game or take the lead with a made bucket. Blocking foul again called on Avila, and that's going to be his fourth. Simon Fraser doing their job. They are hanging in there. They're creating turnovers. And they're getting to the stripe here. Down the stretch drive of this game. Both these teams exhausted. They're going with pretty tight rotations right now. That's going to be Sam Martin checking in for Avila. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Avila's fifth. He's fouled out of the game. So Avila, the first guy to foul out of this contest. Martin in number 21 for him. So that takes away a little bit of their penetration ability. Here's Irish, quickly to Howard. Luke surveying the court here. Hands off to Irish. Plenty of time on the shot clock here. Irish weaves into the paint. Underneath he goes, Van Bylen challenge, and Matisse Van Bylen will get an and one because he stands tall in the paint. What an incredible job by the guy they call Tice. He's going to get to the free throw line here. That was a big bucket to give the Red Leafs a 4-point lead.
He fell down.
Yeah, indeed, Avila has fouled out of the game.
Hey, 42 lefty guys on any handouts. Do not get paid.
So Van Bylen now at the free throw line, 1:49 remaining. That one too strong. Tate Christensen went after the rebound. Keep it at a 4-point lead. Here's Potter. He gets in his wheelhouse. He is hard to stop. Strength and touch in close for Chase Potter. They still haven't added the 2 points onto the clock, and there they go. They add them on, 92-90. 134 remaining in this game, and Simon Fraser has come a long way to hold a 92-90 lead, coming back from a 12-point deficit to start this the second half of play, which seems like last season by this point. It's just been a tremendous effort for the Red Leafs, and entrenched at home, trying to make something positive happen here at the West Gym against U.S. Folk, coming off a win against Western Washington on Thursday in Bellingham at Carver Gym. Can they do it? Simon Fraser with their full arsenal of players. They have gone with this group of five. This is a very tight rotation. Another timeout called here. And we're back with you here. Some numbers to bring you up to date. Irish Kokia now at 34 points for Simon Fraser, 22 for Luke Howard, 20 for Toby Eziokafor, 29 for Chase Porter on the other end. Simon Fraser with a 2-point lead and the basketball as Tate Christensen comes across half court. Tate's got the handoff now to Kokia. Oh my goodness. What happened there? On the handoff. That could be pivotal in this basketball game. A collision there, and Tate Christensen gets called for the foul. He's trying to hand the ball off to Irish, who came to get it and turn a corner. Off of that switch, though, not good for Simon Fraser as they give up the possession of the basketball. And this guy, Mr. Danger, wearing number 3 in copper and purple, he wants the ball back. You know he's going to finish this play. Here he goes again. 9 on the shot clock for Potter. Potter, step back 3 doesn't go. Eziokafor tips it into the hands of Tate Christensen. Simon Fraser dodging a bullet with under a minute remaining in the second overtime. This is not the first overtime. This is the second if you're joining us. What a game it's been. And look at this, Van Bylen, what a play they ran. Matisse Van Bylen sprints out of the corner, goes right to the rim, lays it up and in. It's a 4-point lead with 36 seconds left. Potter, the spin move, displaced to the ball underneath by Kokia, who feeds up to Christensen. Tate's gonna get hammered. No, he's not. He lays it up and in. It is now a 6-point lead with 25 seconds left. What a job by Kokia and Christensen. The deep 3 is gonna fall though. That is what a much needed hoop. Jamel's been icing on the bench. He just came in cold and knocked down a 3. But 96-93, boy, that's a big basket there for Westminster though. Simon Fraser, from their perspective, what do they have to do? They got to come into this game and be steady on the ball. They can't turn it over. They're going to play through the contact and try and get to the stripe here to make it a 2-possession game. 19.9 seconds remaining in this game. So Tate Christensen has made so many big plays. He's 1 of 8 from the field until he hit that shot, Van Bylen. Christensen, though, has made so many big plays for Simon Fraser. Not the least of which was a steal that helped send this game into overtime. Van Bylen, who got the bucket there, has got 16 in this game now. He's 6 of 12, or 7 of 12 from the field. He's hit a 3 and 1 free throw. So that pair from Handsworth doing a great job for the Red Leafs. Van Bylen inbounds. There they go. And they get fouled. And good on Westminster for doing it as quickly as they could. But now come the big free throws here from Matisse Van Bylen. I can't watch. I can't watch. Big one coming up here. And he's going to make it. That's a big free throw there. Van Bylen wanted them both, missed the first, but it's now a 4-point lead. Still plenty of time here for Westminster to stage a rally. And from Simon Fraser, from their perspective, play the smartest basketball of your life over these final 16.4 seconds. Great intestinal fortitude shown by both of these teams. And you consider Westminster jumping on a plane, heading out here from Utah, and getting two terrific games in terms of getting ready for Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference competition. Simon Fraser, as they get set to head out on the road to California for a pair next week, certainly have victory within their grasp. What can they do or victory within their pocket right now? They want to walk out of the gym with a big W here, but they have a lot to do here against this team, including against that guy, number 3, Chase Potter. Across half court they go. Ooh, Ozzy Okafor reached. He's going to get called for the foul there. No, Toby has fouled out of the game. Ozzy Okafor just a little bit over anxious there, trying to get the steal, but depending on what happens.
Hey, Jobin, take deep on block. Rebound. Hey, we gotta hit bodies here.
Simon Fraser has to secure the ball here.
Intentional miss. You ready? Ball's down, Jobin.
So lane violation there by the Christensen, and he's going to dunk it with 7.3 seconds remaining, and he will make it a 5-point lead. 33, they put up the 3, and that's going to do it. Simon Fraser has won this basketball game, 99-94 in double overtime over the Westminster Griffins of Salt Lake City, Utah. What a victory. They come back from 12 down, and they fight, they battle, they claw with everything they've got, and they win a huge basketball game here at the West Gym, 99-94. What an effort by the guys in white and red today. The Red Leafs coming through with a huge victory for all their work. It's been a tremendous effort for Simon Fraser. What a job they do. What a job they do to come through with a huge victory here. 99-94. So many played the role of hero today for Simon Fraser. Perhaps none more than Irish Kokia. What a game he had. What a total team effort it was. And boy, Tate Christensen, that's a memory for him. A slam dunk to put the exclamation mark on a victory here, 99-94. We want to thank everybody here for all the efforts of getting us on the air today, especially Tiffany Martinez. She is working that camera and got us on the air when we had nothing plugged in to even start this game. It was a terrific moment for Simon Fraser men's basketball here. Early in their season, we'll see how they build on this one, but a big one for sure. And for everybody here at Red Leafs TV, I'm Howard Samura bidding you farewell and thanks for watching. We'll catch you again soon right here from the West Gym atop Burnaby Mountain.